How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Good, good.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. I seen the uniform. I didn't know if you were in.
No, I was in. We just had a jam. We had a what we call a fallout, and that's a reunion of all the guys in my unit that are in the Boston area.
Yep, yep.
From the 82nd Airborne. I was in the Vietnam era. Big difference.
Oh yeah.
From what these veterans got when they came back.
Yep.
I got spit on.
So what unit were you with the 82nd?
1st to the 45th Combat Engineers.
Okay.
I used to blow shit up.
Yep.
My DI said, you have permission to blow shit up with extreme prejudice.
So would you get out as a sergeant first class?
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Well, were you in?
I was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
What outfit?
1st to 25th out of Fort Lewis.
Oh, okay.
And then I was 2nd Striker Cavalry Regiment out of Vilseck, Germany.
Okay.
And I'm 11 Bravo Infantry.
Okay.
I just seen the uniform. I didn't know, just making sure you were legit.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm legit. I paid for it. I did 15 years.
Yep.
How many years?
15.
Thank you for your service.
Huh? Thank you.
Just because there's a lot of people that wear the uniform and they actually were never in, which is a federal offense if you get caught wearing the uniform.
Yeah. I didn't know
671-1.
Huh?
So I didn't know if you had obviously you didn't have a CAT card because you weren't in.
I'm hard of hearing.
Yeah. No, I just didn't know if you had any identification proving that you were
blowing shit up.
Yeah, yeah. You know, because I seen that you're out of that uniform isn't right.
No.
You know, so I'm just making sure that you were in.
Oh.
Because if not, that would be a disgrace to the uniform for the men that fought in it. You know.
Absolutely. My father was
Especially
in.
when I lost friends that were over there, so I see the uniform.
Yeah.
You know, and somebody not wearing it correctly, like that patch on your hat is incorrect.
Yeah.
You know, no name, no rank on your uniform. It just doesn't look right. You know what I mean?
No,
That's
my
why I
father
came
was
over
in.
here.
My father was in. When we have our call-outs, the unit just they have they are different units from different cities, and they all contribute, and we just get together.
Yeah, there's just been a big thing after 9/11. If you get caught wearing the uniform, it's called stolen valor.
Really?
Yeah, that's a federal offense.
That.
So just seeing your uniform and the way how it's incorrect, bothered me, and that's why I was just verifying that you were actually in the military.
Oh yeah.
I
hear you.
So you don't have any VA card or anything like that?
Huh?
You have like a VA card? Anything?
No, I don't have my.
You don't have anything like that, right? No. So you obviously wouldn't have. Let's see. So like, there's my actual military ID
you still got it.
serving that I was in, and I also have
well, you
a
guys
VA
got
card.
You guys got.
So I didn't know if you had a VA card or anything like that.
No, you guys got a much different treatment when you came back.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, if you went to the VA, you'd have a VA card, something like this.
Yeah. Yeah. So you
don't have anything like that, right?
No.
So were you actually in the military or not?
You got what I'm saying?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
Of course.
Because if you're not, I'm not gonna assault you or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna say that if you weren't in the military, then I don't think that you should be wearing that uniform. That's all I'm gonna say. Because it is a federal offense.
Wow.
I'm not gonna do anything about it. You know what I mean? I'm not a cop. Not here to, make you look bad in front of anybody. I'm not trying to, give you a hard time. But I lost friends.
Yeah, me too.
That were in that uniform.
Me too. Me too. We didn't have this uniform.
I know you had BDUs.
Yeah, we had
But
BDUs.
that's not the way that you'd wear your uniform.
Well, that's the way I put it on there. That's
which would be incorrect.
Huh?
You would not wear that back in Vietnam.
No.
You would not wear that.
Huh.
Which would be incorrect.
Yeah, but I am retired. I mean, I gave 15
No, I understand
years.
that, but you have nothing to prove that you are actually retired.
Oh, man. Hey, listen. Do you think you could cut this? Let me see. Can you cut it twice? Is that possible? You got a
not
sharper
trying to-
knife than me.
Hey, John. We can't take it back. We'll give it to you.
Okay. Well,
I ain't trying to cause any problems with you or anything like that. All I'm saying
You're not causing me
is
no
there are
problem.
people out there in this country that wear that uniform that never served to get discounts on stuff and free items, And just the way that I see the uniform, that patch is not even correct whatsoever. That is like something that's made, on Craigslist.
Huh?
That patch, that's not right.
I know.
So why are you wearing the uniform then? Were you
Well,
actually in?
Of course.
What's your last name then?
My name is Muhammad. Why?
I can look you up. You can look anybody up that was in the
You can look me
military.
up in my-
So what years were you in?
Huh?
What years were you in?
I was in '79.
Till when?
Huh?
Till when?
Why are you asking me? You know what?
Because I was in the military.
You know what?
No, that's right. I'll leave.
My-
No, you can eat your food. I'm gonna
gonna
leave.
eat my food.
I'm not gonna
sit-
bother you anymore. All I'm saying is it's a
I'm
disgrace
gonna
to the
sit-
uniform if you weren't actually in.
Well, I'm not.
I'm asking some very simple questions that you can't even answer. And I lost brothers over there that wore that uniform proudly. And then somebody that's wearing the uniform doesn't deserve it should not be wearing it. Because you're a phony, that's why. Stolen Valor. Look it up. Stolen Valor.
Want to make a phone call?
No, that's all right. I just like to embarrass them in public, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was actually over in Iraq,
Thanks for your
and I lost brothers. To see somebody wearing the uniform like that is a disgrace. It's disgusting.
I agree with you.
You know? I ain't trying to cause problems in your establishment. I apologize for that, but somebody like that should not be walking around like that. It's disgusting.
It's full.
Yep. Especially when you actually lose people.
I wasn't in, so I don't know.
Yep. I noticed it right off the bat. You know? It's
Just
disgusting.
call the local DA.
Nah,
See, Matt?
I don't think he'll be wearing it again.
I do.
You think so? Does he come here often?
I haven't seen him.
Really? That's alright. I have it all on video anyways. It'll be going on the internet. Thanks again, sir.
Thanks for your
You have a great day. If I see you again in that uniform, I won't be so friendly.